The lower house is set to resume deliberations on the proposed Bangsamoro Basic Law next week. This even as there's a growing call for the passage of the measure. Freddy Abando reports.
With the closure of the joint House probe of the Mama Sapano incident next Monday, the House Ad Hoc Committee in the Bangsamoro will convene to finalize the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law to be submitted to plenary early May for its approval. Members of the House from Mindanao, particularly those outside of the envisioned Bangsamoro entity, are now conducting consultations with their constituents to explain the impact of the BBL to the future of the island and the country. Support for the approval of the BBL in Luzon to include Metro Manila has gained strong recognition for the urgency in addressing a conflict that has displaced so many of our Muslim brothers.
This time there is a need, there's a clamor from our leaders that we have to explain, let them understand on the issues which has more or less, in their belief, has relationship with what had happened. So we owe it to our people, considering that the two of us, the two congressmen in our province, are very active members of the committee.
Even so, Muslim Mindanao is far from Luzon, but our interest there is inclusive growth. And I don't think the country will ever achieve true growth without inclusive. And that goes for everyone, in living in the entire country. How can we say that we're prosperous if some parts of our nation cannot even live in peace, and the children cannot go to school, and they cannot even conduct their business normally? So they have to go somewhere else. This is not what we want. We want inclusive growth. We want growth to be equal in all parts of the country.
The Peace Council, led by Manila Cardinal Antonio Tagle and well-known citizen leaders from different sectors, will play a key role in the consultation process. Their inputs may be considered or Congress in approving the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law.
I guess there is no other way, other path to take towards but peace. But peace is a fruit of justice and human development and love and respect.
There is also a consensus among the leaders of the business sector pushing for the immediate passage of the measure. The Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Makati Business Club see great promise for peace and progress in the core territories of the proposed Bangsamoro entity to replace the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao. Makati Business Club President Ramon Del these areas will play a major role for the long-term growth of the country. PCCI Chairman Miguel Varela agrees with Del Rosario. However, Varela said Congress should be deliberate in reviewing the BBL to ensure no constitutional challenge will be raised before the Supreme Court that could set back the quest for peace.
I hope that we can get the peace process back on track. And I think that's essentially the way the Peace Council looks at itself. They're trying to help resolve the issues and trying to gain better understanding of it, and hopefully conveying their understanding of the issues to the public will assist in getting. I look at it as a huge potential positive, because I really think Mindanao, as we all know, has been a land of promise for so long. But I think it's a real, and to use a trite phrase, a real game changer for Mindanao. And I think the business community is prepared to respond very aggressively once there is a belief that sustained peace can be maintained.
We are looking at certain revisions in order that it can move on smoothly, it can pass on smoothly. We are for that. We are for the BBL. Peace. But the provisions itself must probably be a little bit realigned, so that we're worried that if we leave it as such, somebody may take this up to the Supreme Court or all of these things. It will go back to square one.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddy Abando reporting.